Hello, little friends. Welcome to Nana's Little Story Corner, where every story is filled with adventure, wisdom, and a magical lesson. Today's story is one of the most loved Panchatantra tales, The Lion and the Clever Rabbit. So get cozy, use your imagination, and let's begin. Long ago, in a lush green forest filled with towering trees, sparkling streams, and cheerful birds, there lived a mighty lion named Bhairav. His roar echoed through the forest like thunder, making every animal tremble with fear. Bhairav was the strongest creature in the jungle, but he hunted far more than he needed. Every day, he chased deer, rabbits, monkeys, and even little birds. Soon, the peaceful forest became a place of worry and sadness. The frightened animals gathered beneath a giant banyan tree to find a solution. "We cannot live like this any longer," sighed the old elephant. "If the lion keeps hunting every day, none of us will survive," whispered the deer. After much discussion, the wise tortoise suggested a plan. "Let us speak to the lion. Each day, one animal will willingly go to him as his meal. Then he will no longer hunt the rest of us." Though it was a difficult decision, everyone agreed. The animals nervously approached the lion's cave. Bhairav glared at them with his golden eyes. "What brings all of you here?" he growled. The elephant stepped forward and bowed respectfully. "Your Majesty, we know you are the king of this forest. To save everyone from endless fear, we promise to send one animal to your cave every day. You will always have food without the trouble of hunting." The lion thought for a moment. Finally, he nodded. "Very well," he said, "but remember this. If my meal is ever late, I will hunt every animal in the forest without mercy." From that day on, one animal visited the lion each morning. The forest became calmer, though every day one family sadly said goodbye to someone they loved. One morning, fate chose a tiny rabbit. The little rabbit looked around at his friends. Everyone's eyes filled with tears. The rabbit smiled gently. "Don't worry," he said. "Sometimes a clever mind can do what great strength cannot." As he walked toward the lion's cave, he moved very slowly. Instead of feeling afraid, he kept thinking. "There must be a way to save everyone," he whispered to himself. Suddenly, he noticed an old stone well hidden among the trees. The clear water reflected everything like a shiny mirror. The rabbit's eyes sparkled. "I have an idea," he exclaimed with a smile. Meanwhile, the hungry lion paced impatiently outside his cave. The sun climbed higher into the sky. His stomach growled loudly. Finally, the tiny rabbit arrived. The lion let out a furious roar that shook the leaves from the trees. "You are terribly late," he thundered. "How dare you keep your king waiting?" The rabbit bowed low. "Please forgive me, Your Majesty," he said politely. "I left early with 4 other rabbits, but another lion stopped us on the way." The lion froze. "Another lion?" he roared. "Yes," replied the rabbit. "He called himself the true king of the forest. He said this forest belongs to him, not to you. He ate the other rabbits and told me to deliver his message." The lion's face turned red with anger. "No one challenges me," he shouted. "Take me to this foolish lion immediately." The rabbit led the lion through winding forest paths until they reached the old stone well. He pointed toward the water. "Your Majesty," he whispered. "He is hiding inside." The lion leaned over the edge. Deep in the water, he saw another lion staring back at him. It was only his own reflection, but he didn't know that. The lion roared with all his might. The reflection roared back. Enraged, Bhairav shouted, "Come out and fight me!" The reflection seemed to challenge him again. Without thinking, the lion leaped straight into the well. Splash! The water was deep. The walls were steep and slippery. No matter how hard he tried, the lion could not climb out. The clever rabbit quietly hopped back to the forest. When the animals saw him returning safely, they gathered around in surprise. "The lion is gone," the rabbit announced with a smile. "The forest is free once again." Cheers filled the air. The monkeys danced from branch to branch. The deer skipped happily through the meadows. The birds sang sweeter songs than ever before. Even the old elephant smiled with joy. From that day forward, every animal remembered the brave little rabbit who proved that wisdom, patience, and quick thinking can overcome even the greatest strength. The moral of today's story is, wisdom and intelligence are more powerful than strength. If you enjoyed this Panchatantra tale, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Nana's Little Story Corner, and ring the bell so you never miss a new adventure. Until next time, keep smiling, keep imagining, and keep reading. Goodbye, little friends.